Good afternoon, and I would like to thank Arm for inviting us to present Cell Ion. Ion in the Greek mythology is the god for time and durability. And Cell Ion is a clinical development company in phase 2B using cell signaling technology for liver repair and organ regeneration. So our lead compound is Epastem. Epastem is an allogeneic advanced therapy medicinal product. It is derived from the liver, and it has a direct paracrine mechanism of action with a very potent secretome combining anti-inflammatory and immunomodulatory properties, regenerative capacity, also cytokines active in protecting the endothelial barrier against toxins and bacteria from the gut, and antifibrotic properties. Epastem is very easy to administer. There is no training required. It's just a simple peripheral vein infusion, and the cells will home to the liver, but also to any place in the body where there is inflammation. It's an off-the-shelf product because it's allogenic, and we can ship the product within 2 days to the patient. So what we are focusing on currently is advanced liver disease with high unmet medical need. Many patients do have chronic liver disease, even not noticing it. The liver, you do not feel your liver. It can be sick without being aware. The patient then will become cirrhotic. At that stage, the liver function can still be maintained, but suddenly there is a second hit, and the patient will become jaundice. He will develop ascites. He will be hospitalized. He can start bleeding, have a brain encephalopathy, and this is called acute decompensation. But acute decompensation, it's still purely the liver. But because your liver is really the central organ of the body, when the liver fails, you will start to develop other organ failure. And these patients develop multi-organ failure. This is called acute and chronic liver failure. And this is a disease with a high mortality if the patient is not rapidly transplanted, which unfortunately for them is not feasible in many cases. So really now it's a pipeline product. We have a number of indications, but currently we are in a clinical phase 2B, actively recruiting in this first indication, acute and chronic liver failure. The plan is that we will finalize our recruitment by end of this year for this first indication. We also have other a clinical trial that brought safety and preliminary efficacy sign in infants with inborn error of metabolism. In the situation preceding ACLF, which is this acute decompensation, we also have a phase 2A trial in patients with non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, the famous NASH, and we have treated patients with inflamed liver, F3 and F4 fibrosis. But currently, again, we are focusing now on achieving the proof of concept in acute and chronic liver failure. Besides that, Epastem is also a cell which is very receptive to genetic modification, which allows them to be modified with specific targets in the field of inflammation or cancer. So again, ACLF is a very severe disease, 50% mortality at 90 days. This is well-described disease entity in US, in Europe, in Asia. You have different grade of severity according to the number of organ failure, and we are focusing on grade 1 ACLF with a 40% mortality at 90 days, and grade 2 ACLF with a 55% mortality at 90 days. Grade 3 is really severe, so currently are not included in our trial. So we have completed already a phase 2A trial, which has been published, and this trial allowed us not only to demonstrate the safety, but also to determine the dose of administration of Epastem, and we had also interesting signs of preliminary efficacy, showing that following 2 infusions of Epastem 7 days apart, there was an improvement in the markers of inflammation in the blood of these patients. And I remind you that ACLF is a strong inflammatory disease of the liver, and there was improvement of inflammation, and following that, improvement of the markers of liver function, like jaundice. Everybody understands that if your jaundice is improving, it means that your liver disease is improving. But also this was shown via the MEL score, which is a score that gives you the priority for transplant listing. But beside that, and that's typically the mechanism of action of Epastem, first you control inflammation in the liver. The liver has the huge capacity to regenerate by itself. But when you have inflammation, this capacity is just paralyzed. So you first control inflammation, and you allow the liver to start its own process of regeneration. And this is beautifully shown by the progressive improvement in the synthetic function of the liver over the year following infusion of Epastem, and you see this albumin level progressively increasing in these patients. This is its own patient liver regeneration. And in addition, we protect the other organs. In these patients with severe liver disease, there was no degradation in the kidney function. So this was the phase 2A study. This was the base of the design of the current proof of concept study. What we are targeting is to treat 100 patients. The patients are first diagnosed with ACLF. We allow them 7 days to avoid treating unnecessarily patients who could still recover during this period. So we take only the patient, the severe patient, the one who do not recover, and they will receive from day 7 2 infusions of Epastem versus placebo. 1/3 of the patients receive placebo. And the primary endpoint is relatively short in time. It's after 90 days, and it's a strong endpoint. It is an improvement of overall survival. Following that, all the patients are transferred into a long-term safety study, and we have already more than 100 patients who have received Epastem, so the safety profile is very strong, including in children 10 years ago. So the primary endpoint, as I mentioned, is the overall survival 90 days after infusion. And to be successful, first we need to be 10% better than historical control, and we need to have an improvement of overall survival better than 12.8% higher than in the control arm. Currently, we have screened 37 patients. Not all of them are infused because some of them can recover, but some of them die before being infused. So we have 26 patients who already reached the primary endpoint at day 90. So currently, of course, it's a blind study, so we can only say that the current survival is encouraging in these patients, in these 26 patients. 1/3 of them have received placebo, and that at least we exceed globally the historical controls, 16% for grade 1 and 28% for grade 2. We reach 58% overall survival, but including placebo and non-placebo control. However, also we know that from the Data and Safety Monitoring Board that the study could be continued without change. So this was also a positive message for us. And of course, we hope that the current survival benefit will be confirmed at the end of this proof of concept study. And because it's a life-threatening indication, we could then apply for conditional approval. So currently the disease is, as I say, a highly unmet medical need. Overall in Europe, US, Japan and China, there are more or less 100,000 patients per year. We have a similar and relatively close indication, which is acute alcoholic hepatitis with the same figure of 100,000 patients per year. And then, of course, the stage before ACLF, the acute decompensation, is 3 times more frequent. This does not include, of course, the NASH patient, and NASH will be started when we have the proof of concept. So currently we are in Europe under the voluntary harmonized procedure. We are, of course, planning to apply for PRIME designation and for a pediatric investigation plan. The disease exists in children, but also in the US, the disease is considered as an orphan disease, so orphan designation has been applied. We are now submitting the IND in the US to start our US development. So just why we think that EPASTEN could be the breakthrough that still is needed and expected in the field of MSC therapy, it's because we master the allogenic process, because we have been allogenic from the very beginning, because this cell is derived from the liver and returns to the liver, but also because the liver is a perfectly well-tolerated organ. And the reason for that is that these cells do not express HLA class II antigen, which makes a huge difference with other sources of MSCs. Again, it's very simple to infuse to the patient, no training required. And on the clinical aspect, we have this huge safety profile for more than 10 years, more than 100 patients already infused with EPASTEN without serious adverse event. We have shown this preliminary efficacy in phase 2A data with improvement of inflammation markers and liver function markers. And now we are in phase 2B proof of concept with the green light of the DSMB, with interesting data of overall survival, and also because we are in a life-saving indication. This, of course, brings value for money for a cell therapy product. So currently, Celion is a new company. It has acquired all the assets of a previous company. It is still a group of investors, mainly from public investors from Wallonia in Belgium, private investors, and the previous company is still holding shares in Celion. And currently, the round of investment is still open. We are still seeking investors and partners to reach this clinical study report mid-2023, which will be, of course, a huge inflection point for the company. And we are also seeking partners to help Celion in the future manufacturing for the phase 3 and commercial phases. And we hope, of course, to bring value to our shareholders. So I thank you very much for your attention.